Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This end of day report is for trading on October the 24th, 2016, Monday. You're looking at a chart of ticker symbol JNUG, that's JNUG. This is the junior miners 3X ETF. Very popular one to trade. As you can see here, the junior miners are continuing to take a hit, as it is indicated here in the JNUG. One thing to note, though, is that for the past few trading sessions, the market has been looking for support and is in a positive pulse wave position. Going back in the last 2 weeks, we've been support building and now starting to lift off from here. $17.01 is in play, as we see here for this week. A trade above 17.01 will help push the prices above the $20 mark to the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and then we should be able to break out above 25. So right now you can see the momentum for the Monday trading session is down and not quite oversold yet, so it could pull back just a little bit more. But again, we are looking for this to have continued upward momentum, as the down process did not have solid follow through. So we're just going to watch this to see how it continues to move. But for right now, overall in the daily chart, you are in negative trend, okay, on the daily chart. And as it stands right now, it's keying off of what's happening in your GDXJ. So let's take a look at that. All right, looking at your GDXJ, as you can see, it's below the Kumo cloud. The trend is bearish, but you can see the bearish trend has been in a retracement. So it's in a positive pulse wave position, and it's hugging this this trend line, and you have a cross here of this blue momentum line crossing above the purple line. Once this momentum line crosses above the short-term period trend line, that will help catapult to the next phase of a cross between the purple line and the orange line. Just to let you know where this is $42.97 is the trend line resistance. A break above that will help catapult this to the $45 handle and up to the 47.5, which is outside and above of the Kumo cloud. That seems to be the trajectory that the market is following right now, keying off of what's been happening in the mining sector. Keying off of the price action in gold, you can see here in the gold futures chart the same situation. The only difference is we don't have the momentum line crossing above the purple line. The purple line is your short-term period trend line, and your orange line is your longer term period trend line. And right now we're in a bearish position, but you can see the market is starting to build a bottom. It's bottoming out. It's sloping here. And you see the momentum is kind of like, falling off. It's still pointing down with no follow through. So where there's no follow through in a down trending market, that means the trend is ceasing and it's getting ready to pick up the next leg of the retracement. We ceased falling here, keyed in the first leg of retracement, leveling off, getting ready for the next leg of retracement above the 1276 resistance, and then the 1300. 1300 is going to be key resistance right now for gold. People have been wondering what's going on in the oil market. Well, looking here at the oil futures, you can see it topped out at $52.22.5. Right now it's in a negative pulse wave position. Momentum is still flat. You're still trading above the short-term period trend line support, which is at $49.74, and your longer-term support is at $47.77. So coming off a little bit here, but again, I think the upward trajectory is still in play, as the powers that be would like to push this to 60. So in the short term, we just have to wait and see what plays out. But I do believe that the negative pulse wave position will be reversing here shortly to a positive pulse wave and also leading us to new highs. So the next stop is at 55, between 53 and 55. Once it hits 53, it's going to hit a price inflection point that will help catapult it quickly to 55 before leveling out again, elongated wise, before hitting 60. So that's what I see happening in the markets at this time. If you take a look at the financial sector, you see a huge gap up on the daily chart. All right, that's what happened with the financials today. Remember what I said too last week, you can't really have a strong bull market without the financials leading the way. So here we are. I think we're going to have a gap and fill, probably. It's possible tomorrow. This gap's going to have to be dealt with anyway, but I still see an upward trajectory. As you see the sloping momentum, which acted as a ramp to help catapult prices out of the Kumo cloud temporarily. But like I always say, when you're in the Kumo cloud of death, anything can happen. Can't always trust the price action, but you got to be ready for anything. But this is a positive pulse wave position within the Kumo cloud of death, and we have crossing of the trend lines to the upward side. Everything's in play for the beginning baby stages of a bull run for the financial sector. This NASDAQ is very powerful. You got upward momentum here, and you have an incredible ramp coming up, which should help to catapult prices well above the 135. So that's all you got for Monday. A lot of whipsawing happening in the early morning session, pre-market, in the JNUG. It's common. That's what you see in gold. The banksters like to come in and sell a lot of paper, and when that happens, it can cause a lot of chaos in the pre-market. But nevertheless, gold is still hanging in there doing what it needs to do. So with that said, remember, be encouraged. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace.